2016, it just got worse and worse, just uglier and more communistic in the way that they talk and supportive of all these things. But let me bring in real quick Troy Worden. He is from campusreform.org. He's a correspondent and a senior at Berkeley. Heaven help you, my friend. Do you run from building to building, or is it not quite that bad yet there in Berkeley?
Well, thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, it's gotten to the point now where I do have to look over my shoulder. Campus Reform has numerous articles about this. My girlfriend was almost attacked, beaten with lead pipes by groups of so-called anti-fascists who didn't like the fact that she had certain political views. It's gotten to a point now where we're afraid. We're always looking over our shoulder whenever we walk around campus. The students don't like us. The faculty definitely don't give us the kind of support we need, and the administration doesn't either. So it's basically a free-for-all at this point. You never know what's going to happen class from class or day to day.
Well, so here's what I want to give you some advice. People are going to think I'm plugging my book right now, but I'm not. I have a book that I wrote that's coming out in December, and it talks about building target packages on yourself. Just know this, both of you guys and anybody that's listening to this, it's in this predicament. From what these two gentlemen are telling us, as far as campus life goes, this stuff is there, and they're violent. So you need to do yourself a favor and look at the different sectors of your life, and you can kind of determine the direction that these people will come from. What are your vulnerabilities? You got to be at this building at this certain time. How can you mitigate that threat? And what are your critical times and critical areas? And you can really look and see how these people work, because they definitely have shown their colors. And in Berkeley, especially, when you have a mayor that subscribes to by all means necessary Facebook page and belongs to them, and the chief of police at Berkeley, your protection is not going to come from politics or the police there. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's gotten to a point where we've had to partner with the Young America's Foundation and sue for our First Amendment rights, because this issue is related to our personal safety, but it's also related to our First Amendment right, our ability to express our views on campus. Every day, students here at Berkeley get a liberal point of view, not just from speakers on campus, but from their very own professors. Mm-hmm. They never hear a conservative point of view, so they're very startled when they have to hear it. And some people don't like that, and they want to use violence to shut it down. So, we're hoping that our lawsuit moves forward. We have our first hearing coming up soon. I just want to say that the university pretends that they have won the issue of free speech because they actually allowed the police to do their job and protect Ben Shapiro when he came to campus not too long ago. But I just want to say they haven't won, and they have definitely not won in the court of public opinion. We will not stop fighting until all students, not just conservatives, but all students have the right to speak here. It's gotten so bad that leftists such as Richard Dawkins and Bill Maher can't speak at Berkeley without being disinvited or heckled the entire time.
Interesting. So let me ask you guys this. I got about a minute left. I'll just real quick, I'll give you about 15 seconds each. What would you suggest that the American people do to get on board in order to see the reality of what's happening? Go ahead.
I would say that folks just need to pay attention. The thing is, you got to read through the lines nowadays when it comes to the media. So the onus is really on the American public to make sure that they are reading these organizations for what they are, and that they, look beyond the media op and really pay close attention this weekend to Berkeley.
Troy?
I'll have to agree with that advice. I'd also recommend, if you're dissatisfied with the status quo, if you're dissatisfied with police forces or administrators, call them up, because guess what? These people listen when you tell them you're not going to donate anymore, when you're going to protest their events, when you're going to speak out against the status quo. So don't ever underestimate the power you have. Just pick up the phone and let people know how you feel.
You got it. Troy Worden, campusreform.org, correspondent and senior at Berkeley. Heaven help you, my friend. And R.C. Maxwell, a.k.a. the Black Hannity on Twitter. Thank you guys for all that you do. You're the future. You're the right future. This is Sean Hannity Radio Show, 800-941-7326. We'll be right back.